of all the conferences I attend, this is the best. The unique part of this conference is that you have the industry, you have the regulators, and you are talking business. So it makes complete sense, because what happens is regulators don't talk to businesses directly. When they meet in their offices with restricted time, whole lot of interference. Here it is just we are talking about the issues that concern the industry. Industry is talking to the regulators of the issues that concern with regard to regulation. I feel this is probably one of the best events I've attended in terms of ice breaking between the industry and the regulators, which will go a long way to mature and adopt the digital health industry.
Yeah, the conference is really helpful. I'm super excited to be here. I think there's a bunch of the regulatory things. So for me as a private company, it was really insightful to see all the different countries, how they think about telehealth. I think the biggest takeaway is telehealth has a lot of potential, but the regulatory needs to come together first, because otherwise you can't go forward until the regulatory situation is cleared up. So I'm coming from the Silicon Valley. People in the US have been doing telehealth for a bunch of years. So you see that inflection is happening. I think for this region, it's just about to just explode.
Telehealth here in the region is at a good point. Why? Because there is a good motivation from all the regulators and healthcare stakeholders to go forward and to improve. And also there is all the experience from Europe and Northern America that they are willing to integrate to be better and learn from the mistakes. So it will be this next decade, I think, will be telehealth's decade here in the region. So the biggest takeaway from this conference would be the diversity of models and projects that are already existing here.
The attendance was great, the information was valuable, and it was over expectation.
The exposure and the connection, I could never substitute the amount of great contacts that I've come across in this conference. So knowing the subject matter experts and the scholars from all of the different geographies, that was number one. My number one takeaway is the connections. Number two takeaway is the knowledge and the solution that was brought into this conference. For example, some of the case studies in telehealth, looking at how simple solutions using telehealth